first comedian. Let me hear you make some noise. All right, coming all the way from the west side, it's West Side King.
I'm 57 years old, I still don't want to grow up. And I don't know what I'm doing up here. I thought this was a karaoke side, so they just threw me up here. So let's try something. Sweet Caroline. All right, gentlemen, that's the assignment. I love it. And what a great crowd, man. Great crowd. A lot bigger than the group I was in front of last week. That was 12 people. Well, 14 if you count the judge and the bailiff. A lot smaller than the WNBA crowd I was at last week, too. So, I haven't been doing this very long, and it makes me happy to make people happy. And I know somewhere my mother's up there looking down on me. Oh, she ain't dead. She's just very condescending, and she lives up north. So, I did come all the way from the west side, and I hate driving. Absolutely hate driving. I don't hate driving, I hate everybody else driving around me. You know, I came on the freeway. I don't mind if you only do the speed limit. Just don't go 58, and then 71, and then 63, and then 62, you know? Just put the cruise control on. And I always thought it'd be smart, and it would save a lot of money. Think about this. If the speed limit was the route number you're on, okay? You're on I-90, you go 90. You're on 71, you go 71. They only have to have one sign. Speed limit / route 90. I did see a sign on the freeway. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one. It's a big sign. It's got a couple of kids, and they're sitting there, and they say, slow down, my mommy works here. You see that on the freeways or whatever? And I'm thinking, who in their right mind would put a kitchen in the middle of the freeway? But I did get pulled over coming through Cleveland Heights, I guess, coming around from Cleveland Heights. He pulls up to me, I was speeding. Now, I don't condone speeding. The only time you should be allowed to speed is if you're a middle-aged guy in a white panel van in a school zone. Okay, you can go 30, maybe 35 if you got a mustache at 5 miles an hour. Just get out of there. So I get pulled over. I pull over to the side of the road, of course. I roll down the window. All right, nobody rolls a window down like this anymore. I roll down the window and the cop comes up to me. He looks at me. He says, "Where are you heading in such a hurry?" I said, "I'm going to Unbar. I'm going to do a comedy show tonight." He says, "You know, your eyes are a little bit bloodshot. Have you been drinking tonight?" I said, "Well, no, your eyes are a little bit glazed. Have you been eating donuts tonight?" So you may have seen me out there. He did. He pulled me out of the car and he said, he did my heel to toe, which I passed, and he said, "I'll tell you what, if you can say the alphabet backwards, from Z to A, I'll let you go." So I said, ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. How many people on dates tonight? Nobody wants to admit it. It doesn't have to be a romantic date, just, call it a date night. I met my girlfriend on Plenty of Fish. She's not here tonight, she's at the concert in Strongsville. I met her on Plenty of Fish, but I was on all kinds of dating sites. None of them ever worked for me. I was on Match.com, that made me want to set myself on fire. I was on Hinge, which everybody on there is unhinged. I was on Christian Mingle, and I met a girl, and the only thing Christian about her was her going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." Well, that was just when she saw me. That wasn't even in the bedroom. I was on Tinder for a while. I tried that, and I was talking with a girl, and it was pretty cool. And then she said, "Well, what size shoes do you wear?" I said, 7.5, and she blocked me. And I'm not sure why. Actually, I am sure why. So. I'm a security guard by trade. I've been doing it for a long time, coming up on 35 years. Do you ever feel like you were due for something bigger and better than what you're doing with your life?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'd love to be a full-time comedian, but that's not going to pay the bills. So I do the security guard thing, but I just feel like something bigger and better is out there waiting for me. I have had a lot of jobs, so I used to work at Pfizer in the Viagra department, got fired for sampling the merchandise. And there was even a big sign up there that said, "Don't steal, work smarter, not harder." Had a job installing mirrors in bathrooms and closets, but I couldn't see myself doing that for too long. That's a grenade joke. You're gonna get it after the next joke. Gotta size up my crowd. Okay, there's a couple to look at this one. I was in an investment group and we were talking about reopening the Photomat photo booths. Who remembers Photomat photo booths? There's my crowd right there. We were gonna reopen them, but nothing ever developed from that. We went, me and my girlfriend went up to Alaska on a cruise. We were in an Alaskan cruise and we stopped in Ketchikan. And they have a, you can go and mine for gold, but that didn't pan out for us. What else? During COVID, you know, during lockdown, I still had to work. I was an essential worker, but nobody would come to my building or anything, so I had all the time in the world. I was writing a book. I started to write a book about bankruptcy, but I never even made it to chapter 11. My first job, was at a Chinese restaurant. I was 15 years old. They tried to make me a chef, but I couldn't even walk and chew gum at the same time. I love that joke, man. That deserves a bigger laugh. I thought it'd be fun to be in advertising. I would take songs from the 80s or 90s and turn them into jingles for today's music, you know, for today's commercials. Like I would take Eddie Murphy's My Girl Wants to Party All the Time for Depends, and it'd be My Girl Wants to Potty All the Time. You know. Who knows the song Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell? I always feel like somebody's watching me. I would do that for Tide laundry detergent. I always feel like somebody's washing me. And then we got the song Glycerine by Bush, which of course would be Listerine. There you go, you got it. All right, follow me on Instagram at WestsideKen68. That's been my time. Thank you for yours.
Keep it going for Westside Ken, everybody.